Greetings legal minds, and welcome once again to the lecture hall brought to you by M's Legal Nuggets. As you should already know that succeeding in a charge of murder is one of the most difficult things to do in respect to criminal law in Nigeria. And according to the criminal code, you already know that there are certain elements that must be established by the prosecution before it can succeed in a charge of murder against an accused. For the purpose of this lecture series, we would try to make you understand the different elements that must be established and the different procedures that must be kept before a prosecution can succeed in establishing the offense of murder against an accused party. It's important to note, and you should already know, that in every criminal proceedings, it is the obligation and responsibility of the prosecution or the prosecuting attorney to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that it is actually the accused that committed the offense. On a close examination of Section 316 of the Nigerian Criminal Code, which establishes the certain elements that must be proven before an accused can be convicted and sentenced for the offense of murder, you should be aware that these elements are not just provided for in the criminal code as something of the letters, but it is provided because the nature of this offense is one of very grievous nature, and it would be inequitable to sentence an accused for this particular offense if these necessary elements have not been proven. As you would read the rulings of the court in Okoro and the State, which was made in 2012, there are certain elements that must be established by the prosecution beyond all reasonable doubt before the offense of murder can be said to have been committed by the accused in that particular proceeding. For the offense of murder to be established against the accused according to Section 316 of the Criminal Code, in line with the rulings of the court in Okoro and the State in 2012. Firstly, it must be proven by the prosecution beyond all reasonable doubt that the deceased actually died, and this can be gotten from the testimonies of medical practitioners and other relevant medical evidences. Secondly, it must also be proven that the death of the deceased wasn't as a result of any natural circumstances. This is because there are so many situations where the death of the deceased was actually as a result of a natural occurrence, but because of the nature of the facts and the circumstances of the case, it always looks as if it was the act of the accused that actually caused the death of the deceased. So the second element